Right now we're looking at 71 degrees in Mira Mesa, comfortable in Ramona at 71 as well, and out toward Chula Vista looking at a comfy 64 degrees. The winds, these are current wind speeds. Noticing them about 11 at Encinitas. Oceanside a little breezy up to 15, Julian at 16, but they're going to go sky high tomorrow. We should see our sustained winds along the coast, meaning in La Jolla, Bird Rock, even out over toward National City, about 10 to 20 miles per hour. And out toward the mountain and deserts, that's where we will see them sustained closer to 35 miles per hour with gusts potentially up to 70. Look at the nation, though, dealing with fairly calm conditions out along the plains. A strong storm system head out over toward the Gulf Coast, although severe weather today, not really likely. What we're dealing with along the west, that storm system coming our way is first going to end up hitting the mountain communities into the north. Winter weather advisories, where we could see the Sierra Mountain Range 1 to 8 inches of snowfall. And notice the shading in light brown. Wind advisory is up where even portions of Las Vegas could see their winds 35 miles per hour sustained. So nonetheless, you get the drift. We're dealing with a good chunk of the west coast, dealing with some of those high winds, and that includes us as well. 7-day forecast, 70 degrees tomorrow, a little bit more cloud coverage for us with that wind. We'll notice the wind actually ushering in some warm air by Friday to 73, 75 by Saturday. Inland area, 76 degrees, windy afternoon. That wind warming you up into the lower 80s by Saturday and the mid-80s by Sunday, which should be your warmest day of the week. Mountain communities, 58 degrees, high wind speeds for you for the next 3 days. The deserts are looking at 89, staying windy, so you have to hold on to your visor if you're doing any bit of golfing or tennis. Let's look at your 7-day forecast. John, over to you.
I love it, Sabrina. Great weather for us while the snowpack adds up. Perfect. Well, Jeff Issac, the lawyer in blue jeans, is with us today, so let's get right to today's question. It's a doozy. A viewer writes, for the last 3 years, I've been very close to my first cousin and feel that, in fact, we have fallen in love. Is there a law in California that prohibits marriage to your first cousin? I have to say, I never anticipated asking you a question like that, but
well,
what's the answer?
We get all kinds of questions, I'll tell you. We ought to have like a whole studio, response rate here as to what everybody thinks. But what do you think?
I would say no.
All right, well, you're wrong.
Oh.
In California, it is legal to marry your first cousin. There's 25 states, I know everybody's shocked, but it's true. There's 25 states in the country that allow that. There's several that don't. Many are in the South, but we are Southern California, so we're going to tell you. But it's interesting because, there's medical issues and things like, controversy on that. But some of the people you never would believe have married their cousins. For instance, FDR. Franklin Roosevelt married Eleanor Roosevelt. They were cousins. John Adams married his cousin, John F. Fitzgerald, who was the grandfather of John Kennedy.
Honey Fitz.
Married his cousin, Rudy Giuliani. Samuel Morris. I mean, it goes on and on and on. It's really, in fact...
And these were all first cousins you're talking about?
Some first, some seconds.
Okay.
Jerry Lee Lewis married his first cousin. Johann Sebastian Bach. So I know, we're now having a little bit more fun with it, but the reality is it is not so abnormal, at least some of the people that we know that are very famous and artists and such like that. So California, there's not a whole lot of explanation. It is legal in the state of California to do that.
Is that kind of an absence of a law thing as opposed to something that affirmatively says you can marry?
That's a great question.
In other words, there's no prohibition against it. Right?
That's correct. I don't know. That's a great question to which I will tell you the honest truth. I know it's legal. Yeah. I don't know whether there was a pronunciation of it being legal or it was just not illegal. We know what is illegal, marrying your sister and things like that, or, parents, whatever. But I don't know the answer. I guess I need to find that out.
But the point is, it's legal.
I was more, focused on is it legal or not, and it is legal. So there you go.
I'm more focused on not getting the giggles. Thank you very much, Jeff.
It is interesting. Okay, so there you go. There you have it for today's news.
Well, if you have a question like that, even email lawyerinbluejeans@gmail.com.